Thank you for watching a special episode of Tea with D, where tea time is me time. Today, I'm going to be spilling the tea with Bryson B. Money. Where tea time is me time. Hi, Teabag Nation. It's yours truly, Tea with D, where tea time is me time. And I have the privilege of interviewing the one and only Bryson Jenkins. Come through.
It's actually Bryson B. Money, but get my whole full government out. But it's okay,
Ooh. So with that, girl, they have you plastered on that IG page with real life and philanthropy.
Yes, I know.
They got all y'all's names plastered.
I mean, listen, they got me. Well, listen, they got me all up in that trailer. I mean, I didn't think it was so much filming. I forgot the camera was there most of the time. I didn't even.
But that's what makes great reality TV, though, is because I think, but isn't like the number one rule is basically not to look at the cameras, right?
You're not supposed to look at the camera.
You you just live in the moment and you just block out the crew, the camera crew.
The girls.
Black
out the girls. Mm-hmm.
Oh, ooh, she said.
Black out the other children. Nobody else is there except for me.
So speaking of that, so Real Life released 2 teasers now with the second season of Real Life and Philanthropy. Mm-hmm. And both seasons are based out of Atlanta. Is that correct?
Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. Atlanta. So in your bio, mm-hmm. It states that you are from Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yes, Plainfield, New Jersey. I'm born and raised in Plainfield, New Jersey. Plainfield has some very talented people. They have they come from, the Funkadelics actually was, I don't know, you might want to Google the Funkadelics, but they're a legendary band. And I grew up in Plainfield, and after I sucked the life out of Plainfield in Jersey, not literally, but that would have been a nice time. Then I decided to move to Atlanta. Well, I got stranded here in Atlanta, and then I just ended up staying.
Okay. And what brought you to Atlanta?
Well, I wasn't originally planning on being here in Atlanta. I was living in California, and then I got kicked out. And then after I got kicked out, I was trying to get back home to Jersey, but it was an overlay flight that I had to wait for, an overlay flight from Atlanta to Jersey. And then it was like a day. So I just called my friend to see if I can stay with them for, until my plane came. And we had a good time. We had some drinks. We played spades, honey. We ate fried chicken.
Not spades.
And they were like, why don't you just stay here? And I was like, shut up. And then here I am.
Wow. So the Atlanta life just consumed you. You were just like, you took a bite of that peach.
Mm-hmm. I said, yes, ma'am.
It consumed you.
I'll take it. Once I was like, while I was here, the person that I was with started, noticed I did music and was like, oh, I'm going to take you here to go perform here. I'm going to take you here to go perform there. And they was just eating up all this pie. So I was just like, you know what? I want to stay here. Why not?
Okay. And that was going into my the next segment with a part of the bio on Real Life's Instagram, that you are a singer-songwriter and you're a vocal producer.
So that platinum award. Excuse me.
Oh, repeat.
I'm a multi-platinum Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, philanthropist, actor, entrepreneur, boss, bad bitch, a dog father, and brother, an uncle, and overall the man. Okay.
So for clarification, children, mm-hmm. She said fur baby father, not a real
fur baby father. Okay. I almost had 4 kids though back in the day.
4.
I dipped into the pond. I definitely dipped into some fish, honey.
Oh, well.
I know the gays are like, and what? No, I'm not a gold star, fortunately.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of my unicorn juice.
No, seriously, I am a singer and songwriter. I was signed to Warner Brothers for 5 years when I got down here to Atlanta. And then after that kind of dissolved, I kind of started to do my own thing and release my own music, which is very hard to do, by the way. It costs a lot of money. You don't just blow up overnight. So I started working around the city, and people started liking my music and asked me to come and help them write songs, and bring me into the studio and ask them to help make their song, babu, give it a little, maybe a little bit.
And you know, I've heard a few of your tracks, which everyone, if you have not followed Bryson yet, his handle is at Bryson B Money, which you will see on the screen. And you know, I actually heard, I believe it's one of your new tracks. That you teased on your story, and y'all, he got some pipes. Some pipes.
Yes. So you're talking about what you're talking about. I have a single out right now called "All for Me," which is like an ultimate classic. Like, you know, like you can say a lot of things about me, but they can say a lot of things about me, but me being able to write a song and sing, not being able to do that is not what you can say about me. But the song that you're talking about, I teased that on my story, is called All Fun and Games. And All Fun and Games is basically about a story about, you know, you go out here, you do your thing, you traveling into town every now and again, and you go on Grindr and you go on Jack and you do your little thing, and you're emotionally unavailable, you just looking to fuck. And then all that sounds good, and you give me sweet nothings in my ear to make me do what you want me to do until someone gets hurt and catches the package.
Oh.
Then now somebody done got hurt because you playing games emotionally. So that's what that song is about, because it's my personal experience of what I went through. I mean, you know, I'm HIV negative, but I do know that I was put in this situation where I could have been infected by somebody that did not tell me their status and was just looking to have fun. So that's what this song is about, and that's the reason why I'm on this show, is to showcase and bring awareness, instead of it being everybody can go to a seminar. Everybody can, you know, read about it and go to, you know, get tested and all other kind of stuff. But usually I notice that people retain a lot more information, or can retain information, when it's in a song. So I wanted to do it differently. And I wanted to spread the message about safe sex through music, throughout the whole song, and throughout the story.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get to do, I mean, you know, it's going to come out, but I'm working on a music video right now.
Okay. Well, that is amazing how you are able to incorporate your philanthropy through music with HIV awareness. And hopefully we will be able to kind of see you maybe in action on the show. And, you know, one last thing I wanted to kind of like pinpoint with your meet and greet type thing on IG is, and this is what kind of like made me be like, okay, Bryson is the one you do not fuck with.
No.
On this season.
No.
Just based off of why he is the realist. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna read word for word of what you said, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
You said you are the realist because life has taught him that there is no point in being dishonest or indirect. Bryson believes life holds no punches, so why should he?
Why should
Oh, she said, why should he?
For what? For why, Bob? Why, Karen? If Karen can actually speak to the manager all the goddamn time, then I can live my life with it. I want to live my goddamn life, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. And if you got a problem with it, you can DM me and we can go about it.
Period. And that's going into the first teaser that Real Life and Philanthropy posted on their IG account. And, you know, we saw you a few times. You are a new cast member on the second season. But based off of your interactions
don't say it, because you know they're going to be mad if you say it.
But based off of your interactions with the crew, you earned that spot. Like, you held your own.
Thank
you.
It
was almost like, I don't know, it's like you didn't have that new girl mentality. Like
I'm in the corner like this?
Yes. Like Cynthia when she was new on Housewives of Atlanta.
With everybody. No, I'm not. I don't like
girl. Cynthia was like, someone be my
right.
But you know, and you weren't. I don't want to say desperate, but it's just you held your own, and you're just like, this is who I am. And you know, I saw you arguing with quite a few cast members on the first teaser. And what just made me baha laugh was towards the end when you were like, she said, my hand is here. Bye. Like I
was social distance, bitch. Back up. The CDC is saying I'm the one wearing the mask. Oh, you back your ass up. Oh. And see, the tea behind that was that whole time where I was saying bye. He'd been told me that he's leaving, he's bouncing, he's over this. And I'm like, so why are you still here? Why are you still here in front of me? Because you want camera time. You want camera time because the cameras are watching me and you're walking away. So you can, girl, let me stop.
And who are you arguing with?
Bro, we're good now, but you know, he was definitely, that's what it felt like to me. Like, you just couldn't help the fact that the cameras, while you were walking away, I felt like at that moment, he felt like the cameras were going to follow him, but they were like, we're going to stay right here on Bryson. Have a good day. So I said, bye. Bye, sweetie.
And going into the second teaser that just released, there was a huge confrontation with you and Malik. And that was a nice chunk of the second teaser. So can you shed a little light in regards to what we could expect with that scene?
Malik was doing something very disrespectful. He didn't see it that way at that particular time, but we all went out to eat. Malik made other people feel, at the time, he made other people feel, it was a little messy. It was a little unorganized. And then he also did a very good job about making other people feel a little small. So I was the first person to say something, to thank him for inviting us out. And, you know, because I said something, now I'm the problem. I was always trying to create drama. But at the same time, before I could even tell him anything, before I could even get my sentence out to tell him what the uncomfortableness was, his friend said it first before I did. Like, he interrupted my sentence to tell him. I was like, yeah, but it was, and his friend was like, yeah, it was a mess, right? So then Malik, as soon as I kind of completed, I'm like, yeah, it was. Then, bitch, you're the problem, and it just went. I'm like, how the fuck? Your friend said it first. What's the problem? Ooh. So I wasn't going to allow you to try to play me or talk to me any old kind of way and try to make me seem like I'm the problem, where you're not jumping on your friend who said it first. Why aren't you trying to come at him the same exact way? So I was going to let him have it.
Well, do you think it's because you were the newbie? So, no. Like, at this point, how far or how deep in the season were you was that your first time actually hanging out with him in public? Or was that your first time, like, really hanging out with him? Like, or, it's like,
me and Malik
it's almost like he was feeling you out.
Malik had told me that the first time I met him, Malik told me that he wanted to do music and he wanted to get into the studio. He had never been into the studio. So we decided to meet up as our first, I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I'll meet you at the studio. And we had a good time. And we had no initial things going on. So this was probably like a couple months into, this was probably like the third time that we actually like met as a group. When, the only time that me and Malik has ever really hung out, which I choose to change, and I'm actively working to change, but it has been in group settings.
Okay.
So that was, not to mention the fact that he showed up 3 hours late to his own birthday party, but an event that he planned. So that also contributed to the irritation.
Oh, yeah. And, I would be irritated as well. But did he explain to the group maybe why he was late?
No.
Oh,
just walked in like, hi girl, hey. And I'm
and
like,
how are you guys? How are you guys today?
We're good. We're actually very good. We're very good. We're working on our. I think the more that he understands me, like I'm very nice, but I'm not friendly. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I'll be nice, but as soon as with the gay community, I struggle with meeting new people and meeting new friends in the gay community because I don't know if you're trying to be shaky or if you say something to be like funny, or because. First of all, I don't know. I don't hang around a lot of LGBT. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
I used to go to a bar, I watch my porn, I fry my chicken, and I play my PlayStation 4, and I go home. I don't have time.
Period. Period. Ah, yes. The premiere of the second season of Real Life and Philanthropy is set to be on December 7th. At 9 p.m. Eastern time, and this will be on YouTube.
Yes, soon to be to the world, but YouTube, we can start there.
And everyone, if you have not yet, I would definitely check out reallife.reality. Their Instagram has a full list of their entire cast. They have a they have kind of like a an info sheet
what they do,
all of their cast members, kind of like what I went over with Bryson's. And there's also the 2 full teasers that are on their Instagram account. And it's like afterward watching the first season, I'm kind of upset for not seeing a few cast members return, but
like who?
The one. All I have to say is if you guys have not,
went out.
If you have not watched the first season, I would definitely watch the first season before going into the second. But one word for the reunion, and that is Apollo.
Apollo.
That's all. That's it.
Girl, what happened? What happened?
Period. Point.
Karen,
blank.
I want to speak to the manager. I'm gonna speak. I'm not putting on a mask. No, I'm not putting on a mask. I want to speak to the manager. I'm a
fan of his. I'm such
really? Are you a fan of the mask?
And for some reason, that's the type of reality TV that I like. Like, not necessarily. Now, keep in mind, T with D does not condone violence. And there was.
Are you sure, girl?
I do not condone violence.
Okay.
And there was a lot of that at the reunion.
Yeah.
But the thing with Apollo is just like I'm used to being called being extra, being too extra. Like my friends always would tell me, girl, you're just being too extra. Like calm down. I'm like, bitch, you're not enough. Like
hello, period.
Hello. But so it's like for the cast and some of the viewers making comments about Apollo being so extra, or he's just acting out just for camera time. He was a little bipolar, girl. I was questioning how it went from 0 to 1,000, not 100, 0 to 1,000, because I was like, girl, just a second ago you were laughing, giving us like faces, and then he was throwing items. But no,
he went into straight Super Saiyan.
I was rooting for Apollo. I really was. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Did you root for him while he was on the floor?
Oh. Now, all I saw was what was published. Mm-mm. I don't know the backstory.
There was no cut. There was no cut
with Gerald's boyfriend. I don't know what happened before that video was shown when fists were thrown, but maybe there's hope that he can come back for season 3. But the cast is like, shut the hell up. No. So everyone, again, if you have not watched the first season, go check it out now at Real Life and Philanthropy on their YouTube channel. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to Bryson's Instagram account or Real Life Reality. Make sure you follow both of them on all their social medias. And we are so excited to watch the second season of Real Life and Philanthropy. And I'm excited to see what you bring to the cast, especially for this second season.
Well, in the beginning of the season, don't judge me. I apologize to the viewers now. I was a lie, but the only reason I would say that they're going to see a lot from me in the first couple, not couple, but maybe like a lot of episodes in the beginning is because I don't know bitches. I don't know hoes. I don't know people. So I'm not going to be nice and do fake shit. I don't do that kind of shit. So if I feel like you stunting and if you trying to be smart or you trying to be, I can look in your eyes and tell me were you trying to give me a silent read. And then also I was drunk as fuck. I was drunk as fuck. So somebody could have said, Bryson, where's the tissue? What you mean tissue, bitch? What you mean you want?
Y'all going back to the bye.
Right.
Bye.
I was on the defense because I'm on a reality show, and then I don't know what these people are giving. And then I'm used to going to the club. I'm used to flirting, getting my drink, giving you eye contact. You basically trying to fuck. I tell you no, go home, watch my porn, fry my chicken, drink my Hennessy, and beat my meat. That's what I'm used to. I'm not used to hanging with a regular group of fucking gay men. So, and also, a beautiful trans woman, because Kwanzaa's beautiful. Have you seen
Kwanzaa? Yes.
Kwanzaa's very attractive, beautiful woman, bad bitch. Overall, she's just amazing. But I wasn't used to it. So I get into what a lot of the cast members, because I'm trying to learn how to break my wall down. And being around these people forced me to break my wall down, say, bitch, we're not coming for you.
Well, it's like I cannot wait to see what the new cast has to bring to the franchise, to the show. Actually, I'm very interested to see just the OGs and how they commingle with the new cast, because basically we're seeing a whole lot of new faces this season. Really, Malik is the Malik, Jamie, Ro. They're really the and Kwanzaa. They all came from season 1. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Can I say something before we go?
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for bringing me on your platform. Make sure that you subscribe to this one over here. Is a fucking mess. I enjoyed this interview, and thank you so much for having me coming on and actually doing some research and listening to my music. Not only that, Real Life and Philanthropy, they're going to give you, they have a lot of real people who forgot the camera was there. So if you enjoy that kind of content, you might want to subscribe to, you should subscribe to not only this one, because he's already a fucking mess, but at the same time, a good mess. You're a good mess, bitch. You're a good mess.
And I like to stir the pot from time to time.
You think so?
Oh,
you look like a stir. You look like you making some stew that take about 5 or 6 hours. With that little spoon.
And then I'm like, ooh, what? Who, me? And remember, again, Teabag Nation and World, the world premiere of the second season will be on December 7th, 2021 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to reallife.reality's YouTube channel, hit them up. Hit that subscribe button. Of course, your ass better already be subscribed to Tea with D. And as always, yes. And as always, remember, Teabag Nation, this is the most important part. Tea time is me time.
Oh, not the meat, girl. It was the